In today's video, I'll go over why joining a dental franchise versus creating your own dental clinic generates far more profit due to the combination of a brand and systems. Hi, I'm Dr. David Park, and I help multiple dental associates become owner dentists by building dental offices for them and not only build it, but help them succeed by giving them full support. This is what we do at Clear Lakes Dental. Let's start off with profits. After all, part of being a business owner is trying to gain profits so you can do the things you want to do and eat the things you want to eat. And you can also invest in assets that will create generational wealth. But first, we should probably take a look at an established food business. This burger business generates an average of $4 million per year in each of its locations. The business name? It's McDonald's. Now, compare that to a local mom and pop shop. Google states that an average individually owned burger shop makes about $250,000 to $1.5 million per year. We'll just take the average of these two, which is $875,000, and we'll round up to $900,000 for easy math. And get this is the most important part so far. Even though an individual burger joint makes $900,000, their profit margins typically are 3 to 10%. So we'll just use the 10% to give the local burger joints a fighting chance. That number comes out to $90,000 in annual profit. Yeah, that's not good. So now we'll switch over to McDonald's profit margin. The average McDonald's profit margin is over triple that at 32.2%. Now, let me show you the magic. Not only does McDonald's make $4 million per year in revenue, but its margin is 32%. So that gives us $1,288,000. Okay. Now, compare that to a burger joint that has an annual revenue of $900,000 and they have a 10% profit margin, and that is going to be $90,000. Wow, dude, that is really crazy. Look at the power of the golden arches. Anyways, dude, that's insane. And to show you the difference in chart form here, let me show you something. This circle over here is going to be 1.288 million versus the $90,000. That's the difference. Alrighty, now how does this compare to the dental franchise? I'm glad you asked. Clear Lakes Dental averaged about $5 million for each dental clinic in 2024. We'll get our 2025 numbers out soon when the audits are finished. But take a look at these numbers here. Our top location with 20 chairs produced $8.86 million in 2024, while our lowest one was just under $2 million. And that clinic just had one associate and one hygienist. That, and it was a 4 days a week clinic. Plus, I wasn't even working there and I still profited while I didn't even step foot in that office. But we'll come back to that during this video. Anyways, next, let's see the average dental clinic's annual revenue and profit margins. So, a mom and pop shop of a dental clinic will generate an average revenue of $700,000 to $1 million. Profit margin of 25 to 40%. Cool, then let's just take the top number of both because I want to overestimate for the benefit of a local dental clinic, and it still shows that our Clear Lakes Dental model is better. Way better. Okay, so a general dental clinic, general dental clinic makes about 1 million, and they have a profit margin of 40%, which will be $400,000. Cool. All right. Now, next we have Clear Lakes Dental. And that revenue is going to be $5 million. And we'll call it 5 million because, it's 5.1. We'll just round down for the sake of funsies. Anyways, that's a 50% profit margin. So 0.50, and which equals to $2.5 million. So, ladies and gentlemen, that equates to 6.25x. This means that every Clear Lakes Dental owner dentist profits 6.25 times more than your average typical dental practice owner. Let that sink in. Or to really throw everything into chaos, if we do $5 million, minus $1 million for a typical average dental clinic, you're looking at a $4 million difference. Okay, now I'll have to tell you why this works. It's because of our awesome systems. We spent years to build what works within our own special niche. Countless of all-nighters and always thinking what will make it better. That, and we're not stopping the innovations. In fact, we're building crazy stuff right now using AI, but I can't tell you yet. This will also drive profits for our owner dentists. But if you want to find out, come join us at Clear Lake Dental. Okay. Anyways, this is important. Most startups actually go negative when they first start. They don't have the right marketing and systems in place. Typically, it is said that it will take 5 years to reach the optimal state. That means being established in the community, systems in place, and people actually give referrals to the local dentist. But that's 5 years too late. Let me explain. And this will be a hypothetical situation. Hypothetical because every dental clinic is different, but we'll take the data from Google as a fact for this case. So let's start with a local dentist. We have local dentist here. And again, the profits will be negative based on the data. So we'll have year 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we'll put profit here, profit. Okay, cool. And it's going to be negative 100K, 0, 100K, 250K, and 400K eventually, which matches up with the scenario. All of that will equal $650,000 for 5 years of profit. Most dentists see this as good. Now comes in CLD. CLD for Clear Lake Dental. In year 1, we'll just say we do $2 million instead of the 2.5 average. And for the rest of the years, we'll stick with 2.5 mil, 2.5. I'm just lazy. I'm just going to write 2.5 and then 2.5. Okay, which equals total of $12 million in the 5-year span. Yeah, that's a stark difference. Again, remember guys, this is not guaranteed. Let me write it here. Not guaranteed. This is based off of data. Okay. Also, please keep in mind that our top doc doubles this. That, and he did it as a new grad, so our systems work. And I want to touch up on branding. People go to places that they know. Yeah, people will definitely Google any dental offices for the reviews, but if it's a familiar place and people talk about it, then it becomes trustworthy. Do you know how I know? Well, big companies do it all the time. The formula is this: some random product plus insert a famous person. Now, it becomes a trusted product. Why? Well, I guess that's how human psychology works. But how does that work in a dental world? We don't have a famous person stating that we're cool or whatever, but we do have a trademarked logo. That, and we see crazy amount of volume and receive patient referrals. When this happens, we can spend less on advertisement because we have the brand. That, and it will increase your profits because you spend less on advertising. So recapping here, it is better to join a franchise in my opinion for those reasons. And for the record, people can do whatever they want, really. Because I hear often from some dentists stating that they want to open his or her own dental practice. And that's okay. I'm just stating that there are benefits to joining a dental franchise that provides 100% true ownership. Not like the ones that will say, oh, you will receive 50% ownership. And that's good because you will receive the benefit of both worlds. No, dude, that's bullshit. In fact, I was going to end this video, but let's do one more thought exercise. I'm fired up. So let's look at the 50% ownership at a different franchise place. So you have 50% ownership. And then we have the revenue. And we have the expenses and profits. Okay, I'm gonna put this in quote because profits. So right off the bat, there's going to be additional marketing expenses that cut into your profits. So, and I made it in its own red box because it's a significant portion. And then we have additional management fees, management. And then we also have trademark. And we have tech fees as well. And then finally, whatever is left over, you have this right here, and it is split 50-50. Yeah, it's pretty bad. But yes, if you want to learn more about the structures of these places, just use ChatGPT. Now, it won't be fair if I don't compare Clear Lake Dental franchise model, so here we go. This is Clear Lakes Dental. And we have, again, we have the revenue here, revenue, and we have the expenses, and we also have the profits. And next we have the profits box. This is your profit. This is your choice how you're gonna spend this money. If you want to buy a Lamborghini with it, that's your choice. Now you know what we do at Clear Lake Dental, you probably have a few questions. Message me directly through YouTube. Also, if you want more information, click on the link to our franchise website below and take a look.
Visas nesta veka.